So Steve, can you tell us what goes through your mind when you see a male threatening you as opposed to a female? Is there a difference, and if so, can you explain that to us?
There is a difference, and not in a male chauvinistic way. Most men will size another man up. When you look at another male, you're determining height, body weight. Can I take him? Can I not take him? With the female, you're a little bit more passive. You talk to them in a different way. Just things that you handle in a different way.
So do you find that it's a distraction with the females, basically because of the way that, say, you were brought up, your training, maybe?
Yeah, ever since you're a young man or a little boy, your parents tell you you don't touch females, you don't hit females, you respect your mother. With the male, it's a little bit different. You're more testosterone minded, more aggressive.
So is it safe to say that as an officer of the law, you'd be more apt to quickly respond to a threat from a male than you would for a female?
Yeah, easily.
So Steve, thinking about your training as a law enforcement officer, how has this training helped you in your career, or has it helped you in your career? What does it enable you to do that training you've had up to this point hasn't?
In our previous training, we shoot at paper targets. Paper targets, as everybody knows, don't shoot back. We've had simulations training where you react and different things like that. This training gives you the actual effect of seeing somebody standing in front of you, pulling a pistol or a rifle or a shotgun or weapon of some kind, and challenging you. With that being said, it's training that you can't get anywhere else. It's probably one of the best trainings that you can get.
How realistic do you think this training is in comparison to a real-life experience?
June 6, 2013, I was involved in a deadly force encounter where I had to use my service rifle, and a man was killed. With this training we took probably about a month prior, it put another person in front of us to where we can react and see our mistakes and benefit from those mistakes.
So do you feel as a result of this training prior to your deadly force encounter that your mind was properly conditioned?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was, 100%.
Would you recommend this training to other law enforcement, military personnel?
I would. I would definitely recommend it.
So tell me your thoughts about the training today. How did it feel to you?
Training is this is the best shooter training, active shooter training I've had. I have 4 years experience in the United States Army, and I've had experience in security, and now I've been a cop for 3 years. By far the best training I've ever had.
Outstanding. So you mentioned you were in the military. How does this relate to the military training that you've had?
Well, it's all about kind of like it is in law enforcement. You're shooting paper, you're shooting targets, pop-up targets. It's all just kind of like a video game, kind of automatic. It doesn't. Nothing will prepare you for combat or for MOUT type situations. Nothing will do it better than this.
Tell me your thoughts about the training today.
I'm a sniper, so we got to use the sniper course, and I was extremely impressed with the ability to conduct live fire scenarios with targets that are not like shooting moving plates. I mean, there's nothing like shooting into these mere human targets that could ever make it any more real than what it actually turned out to be.
How close would you say this is to the real thing?
I think it's as real as it gets without having to deal with the emotion that might come afterwards. And I really understood that what this teaches you is it teaches you to conduct a realistic situation where you can actually concentrate on target acquisition. I think that concentrating on target acquisition, your breathing control, your trigger pull, in this type of real-time scenario, I think that you're able to carry that with you into an active shooter situation.
So tell me your thoughts about the training you had today.
This training's great. It's some of the best training I've had by far. Been in law enforcement now 9 years. I'm also on the Catawba County Star team. Been with them for 8 years. By far some of the best training.
What separates this training from other training that you may have had?
It takes a lot of your hesitation out of it. It puts you in a real life scenario where you've got to make those choices and you got to pinpoint it and do it now. there's no better training with this that I've come across, because the actors that you have, you're reacting to a real live scenario situation. I mean, it's real.
So using live actors, live ammo, your actual duty weapon, that adds an element to this training.
Absolutely, it just brings it up, just, you know, up there by far better than any training I've ever had.